Good morning, everybody. Welcome to your daily crypto news for Wednesday, December 20th, 2023. My name is Matt, and let's get straight into the news. BlackRock and NASDAQ, they met with the SEC Division of Trading and Markets on Tuesday to discuss BlackRock's bid to launch a spot Bitcoin ETF. The meeting included BlackRock's head of digital assets, along with personnel from BlackRock's ETF team. Also participating were NASDAQ's VP and Chief Regulatory Officer, the head of the U.S. Equities and Exchange Traded Products, and the head of ETP listings. The SEC's team was headed up by associate directors of the regulator's Division of Trading and Markets. They were talking about a proposed rule change to list and trade shares on iShare Bitcoin Trust under NASDAQ's Rule 5711D. Rule 5711D provides guidelines for the listing of commodities-based trust shares and the criteria for initial and continued listing, including compliance requirements. This meeting comes on the heels of yesterday's amendment to BlackRock's S1 application, in which the proposed iShares Bitcoin Trust gained a new ticker, IBIT, and switched to a cash-only ETF, meaning that new shares of the Bitcoin can only be created with cash, not Bitcoin. Hardware manufacturer Ledger would disable blind signing for an EVM decentralized application, or dApps, by June of 2024. Following an exploit in which a wallet drainer was added to the library used by many dApps to connect its devices. Blind signing involves the display of raw smart contract signing data that can be parsed by computers, but is incomprehensible to a human reader. Ledger has previously advocated for what you see is what you sign approach, known as clear signing, in which smart contract signing is parsed in a human-readable manner. Ledger said that this exploit resulted in around $600,000 in crypto assets being stolen. They also said that victims would be made whole. Ripple, they're joining a long list of companies that are choosing Ireland as its foothold into the EU, and they've registered with the Central Bank of Ireland as a virtual asset service provider. This news comes 2 months after Coinbase also picked Dublin for an EU headquarters and a MiCA license. And like I said, there's a lot of companies that are choosing Dublin or Ireland to be their foothold into the EU, and that's including Google, Meta, Apple, and they're all benefiting from Ireland's tech-friendly policies and notoriously low corporate tax rates. So we know we have .com, .net, .gov, .org, and now .shib. The Shiba Inu meme coin / nonprofit announced on Tuesday that it plans to apply for a .shib top-level domain. While organizations such as ENS and companies like Unstoppable Domains already offer crypto users the ability to claim domain names such as .eth or .crypto, those domains can be directed to crypto wallets, not websites accessible through any traditional browser. So .shib is trying to become the first crypto domain to permeate the mainstream internet. And to do this, they partnered with D3 Global, a digital infrastructure provider. They said that our partnership with D3 allows us to scale outside the existing #SHIB army and give over 5 billion internet users direct access to the SHIB ecosystem. And bringing in real domains to SHIB is a big deal. It expands their vision of global identities within the decentralized ecosystem while driving long-term revenue generation within those ecosystems. Speaking of meme coins, we know about Bonk, and Bonk is a meme coin on the Solana network. And if you buy the Solana Saga phone, which is their crypto smartphone, you will get 3 million Bonk tokens, which didn't mean anything a couple months ago, but now it means a whole hell of a lot because it sent the price of the Saga phone surging up to around $2,000. Why? Because you get around $1,000 worth of Bonk tokens if you purchase a $600 phone. Obviously, you make out with a $400 profit. So it's a no-brainer. There is one problem with this though. According to MKBHD, who's a popular YouTuber and honestly a very respected voice in tech, he rated the Solana Saga phone as his bust of the year, the worst smartphone to come out in 2023. He has a whole video on it, but here are his smartphone awards right here and what he says about it.
Like most phones, no matter what price point you're at, are either gonna be really good for the money or okay for the money. It's hard to get a bad phone. But there was one bad phone, and that would be the Solana Saga crypto phone. There is actually no price that I would recommend anyone buys this phone. Buying this phone is like buying a timeshare. It might seem like a good idea for like 2 seconds, but the second you actually do it, you realize how horrible of an idea it was. And this is just a bad phone. The one redeeming quality is actually, it does have this like nice build quality. It's got ceramic and it's nice and weighty and heavy, but yeah, that was wasted on this phone. You could tell because of the story behind it that it wasn't going to go well. I'll leave a link below to the full video I did about it if you have an itch to just hear about something horrible, but that's a pretty clear one for bust of the year.
Now, I did watch the video. He said that the phone has good build quality. However, the OS is pretty weird. There's a lot of functionality that is pretty weird. Everything is pretty mediocre in the phone. And so even though there is good build quality, the phone is an overall just kind of disappointment, especially for the price. But with that said, in a little defense to Solana, MKBHD is definitely not a crypto fan. And so maybe he's a little biased with this, but you can watch the video. Link is in the show notes. Bonk, however, it plunged 44% from its all-time high. Now, everybody's like, oh my God, Bonk is going bust. But that's how you just got to understand that headlines are headlines, media is media, and they're trying to get the clicks. What happened to Bonk? Well, Bonk is up 91% in 7 days, doing fine. Even though there was a 44% pullback, you're still up 91% in 7 days, or 300% in a month. So sometimes you just got to take a step back and really look at the bigger picture and understand that they're just trying to get them clicks. Now, let's get into those crypto prices.
Here comes the money.
Here we go. Money talk.
And the time is 10:55 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Fear Greed's at 71. Even though the prices are up, the greed is down, which is very interesting. Bitcoin sitting at $44,090, up 3.7% in 24. Ethereum's at $2,242, up 2.3%. Tether's number 3, Binance is at 258, up 2.8%, and Solana's at 80.29, up 8.6%, or 18.7% in 7. Rounding off the top 10, we have XRP, USDC, Cardano, Avalanche, and Doge at 9.3 cents. The total market cap is up 2.8% at $1.64 trillion. We have a Bitcoin dominance of 52.6% and an ETH dominance of 16.2%. And that was our show today. I'll be back tomorrow. And until then, happy hodling, everyone.